Welcome to The Explainer, folks. Today, we're unpacking a moment that has literally rewritten the rulebook on global wealth. The man people often call the Iron Man of the tech world, Elon Musk, has officially hit an economic milestone that we have never, ever seen in human history. We're going to break down exactly how he got here, the numbers behind this final surge, and what it actually means to reach a summit where, well, absolutely no one else is standing. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. $1 trillion. Or if we look at it another way, a staggering 95 lakh crore. I mean, just let the sheer gravity of that number sink in for a second, right? This is the central hook of our analysis today, because it's just this massive, almost unimaginable figure. It shattered every record in the American market. It's the kind of wealth that fundamentally changes how we even measure financial success. But to really grasp the weight of this number, we got to look at where this whole journey actually started.
The contrast from where he began is, wow, it's absolutely stark. We're looking at a trajectory from literally staring down near bankruptcy to becoming the world's first trillionaire. And our source data points out something super crucial here. This path was not easy. There was a time when he was on the brink of total financial ruin. And frankly, people mocked his high-risk ideas. The market completely laughed at the prospect of mainstreaming electric cars. They scoffed at the dream of colonizing Mars. And buying the X platform? A lot of folks saw that as an incredibly reckless gamble. Yet he took those astronomical risks anyway. Looking purely at the data, it's impossible to deny that this stubborn willingness to face total failure is exactly what paved the road to $1 trillion.
So, let's trace the exact path of this final push, as tracked by Forbes. By June 11th, Musk's net worth had already surged to $982 billion, which is roughly 94 lakh crore. I mean, he was agonizingly close to the finish line. Then came the real catalyst, his holdings in SpaceX. He held approximately $86.6 billion in SpaceX shares, and as Saturday trading opened up, the combined wealth of his companies officially tipped the scales. He didn't just cross the finish line, he totally created a brand new one, breaking that $1 trillion mark. Which actually brings us to a really powerful thematic quote pulled directly from our source material today. Elon Musk is not just selling cars or rockets, he is selling the future. That right there, that is the true engine behind his wealth. He isn't competing in traditional markets. He's actively trying to construct the next era of human civilization. It's a fascinating perspective, and honestly, it's the perfect bridge to understanding the massive corporate empire he's built. Let's look at the actual portfolio driving all of this. We're talking about an array of futuristic ventures: Tesla, SpaceX, his AI initiatives, Neuralink, Starlink, and X. It's this very specific combination of forward-looking companies paired with, just an unwavering stubbornness to turn science fiction dreams into reality that made his trillionaire status almost inevitable. He wasn't just building a single successful product. No, he was building an entire interconnected ecosystem of tomorrow's technology.
Which leads us to Section 1, the catalyst, SpaceX's record-breaking IPO.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer scale of these financials. They are simply astounding. Capital raised, a record $75 billion, or about 7.15 lakh crore. Just to put that into perspective for you, this single IPO raised more money than all of the US IPOs in 2024 and 2025 combined. No way, right? It's literally the biggest IPO in the world. The shares were priced at $135 each, and upon listing, they immediately popped, opening 11% higher. The market demand was absolutely explosive.
And because of that incredibly strong opening, SpaceX reached a staggering total market value of $1.96 trillion, which translates to roughly 186 lakh crore. It's this overwhelming success and valuation of SpaceX that provided the massive financial leverage needed to push Musk's personal net worth right over that $1 trillion threshold. Let's move to and see how this builds into the macroeconomic scale in Section 2, Richer Than Nations, Contextualizing the Wealth. To really put this in perspective, only 20 countries globally have a gross domestic product higher than $1 trillion. That means the vast majority of nations on Earth produce less economic value in an entire year than the total net worth of this one individual. In the race of the wealthy, Musk has left everyone far, far behind. He is now the lone king of a club where no one else even stands close. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we mean. When we compare Musk's personal wealth against the entire GDPs of Taiwan, Switzerland, Sweden, and Singapore, the reality really sets in. I mean, these are not struggling nations, right? These are incredibly prosperous, highly developed global economies. Yet, one single man is now wealthier than their entire respective economies. It is an awe-inspiring statistical reality that almost defies comprehension.
So, the crucial question is, what's the ultimate takeaway from all this data? Well, our source summarizes the phenomenon beautifully with this statement. Big thinking makes the universe bow at your feet. Crossing the $1 trillion threshold absolutely proves what happens when astronomical risk meets unparalleled ambition. It's a huge testament to the sheer force of taking borderline impossible ideas and turning them into tangible, world-altering companies.
Which leaves us with this final thought to ponder as we wrap up today's explainer. When one man's vision out-earns entire nations, what does that mean for the future of humanity? It's a profound question about power, progress, and the sheer scale of individual influence in the 21st century. Thank you so much for joining me to unpack this historic moment. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.